What you are looking at is the painstaking care that goes into turning a dream into reality. Dreams do come true, and they come true with the help of Images Railroad Company. Dan and Armando Vargas learned early in life that they had an affinity for modeling.
I first got interested in trains on visiting the depot at Southern Pacific in San Francisco, and visually seeing the trains take off was incredible. And then visiting local hobby shops and seeing the arrangement of all the beautiful models that were produced at the time when I was a kid. When we were small, we picked up model railroad magazines. We looked through the scenes, we were fascinated. That's what intrigued us to get to what we're building now. And we loved the trains, but we expected the trains to be running through tunnels and scenery and mountains. And so my brother and I said, let's start doing scenery. And we started experimenting.
Dan's second interest turned to classic cars. That turned out to be an entree to his first love.
Where I grew up in a coastal town, Pacifica, in the San Mateo area, everybody there seems to be a Saturday mechanic, and there's a car in the garage and somebody's wrenching. We really loved the automobiles, but we were always passionate about railroading. We had the opportunity to speak with our clients to show our love affair with railroads. They told us about this collection, that collection, how they enjoyed trains. And then they were inviting us over to their home to see what they had, and they wanted us to participate. Build us a set. What could you guys put together for us? And that's how it started.
Dan and Armando offer a full-service approach to the whole model railroad experience.
We try to get as much information as possible. We ask them what gauge layout they have, what size, and what are they looking for? What's their main focus? Is it scenery, wiring, whatever it is?
Sometimes the client project involves more than just trains. Case in point, Tom and Gwen Price.
Gwen came to my brother and I and said, I know you guys do railroads and racetracks, but could you please assist him in his racetrack? So my brother and I went to his racetrack, and it was already built, and I want to keep my own original existing racetrack. But the other thing is I want to build Monte Carlo. And my brother and I said, oh my God, Monte Carlo. I hope he's just thinking about one building, not the whole thing. This is a work in progress. It's something that's unique. It will be our most unique thing we've done, I think.
Their work is stunning in detail.
My brother and I really enjoy the weathering in detail because things age and things look more real when they're weathered. Now, we could appreciate the classic toy train look because if you grew up in something, you want it to look like exactly when you're 12 years old. But now if you get into trains in a serious matter, you want it to look exactly like the real thing.
What you are getting is a true work of art and a reflection of your own desires.
The 20th Century Scenic Railroad for Douglas Smith and Sandra Lloyd was developed upon the client asking us to put together miniature scenes. One of the scenes was the New York scene, the Yosemite scene, Colorado, and the Hollywood, and also the Big Speed Creek Bridge, which is the California coast. And these scenes were developed based upon their travel experiences and locations that they were very fond of.
Dan and Armando will tackle any gauge. There is no project too large or too small. Seth and Elisa Garish had something unusual in mind.
So Seth wanted a European theme. It's a Markland. Markland is a very unique setup, so to take the challenge on Markland, I said, wow, Markland with the pantographs and everything, that's phenomenal. My brother and I are very happy with Seth's layout. It turned out quite well. It has that European theme. And what's really unique about that particular layout, we could work with our clients. Seth said, I would like to build the buildings. So as we're building the layout, he's coming down with, hey, look, I built the winery, I built this, I built that. And he did such a wonderful job.
Time and again, clients stated that Dan and Armando took the client's dreams and ideas and transformed them into reality.
Stan Unger is a wonderful gentleman that has a great Golden State Southern Pacific layout. The layout was built, and he told my brother and I, well, I want something different. But I tried not to change the theme, so my brother and I added more trains. So we put a double-track main line. He wanted a penitentiary, a prison. He wanted a big icing platform, so he wanted a lot in a little space.
The Grand Funk Railroad is a reflection of one man's childhood and life journey.
The short and easiest way to explain this is I had a vision about things that were important in my life. Vancouver in a hockey stadium, a farm scene from Iowa, Chicago in a carnival, which I always loved to go to, and then the haunted house area down there. And the Vargas brothers and I teamed up, and those guys took that passion and raised it to another level, to the point where that's a historic building from Davenport, Iowa.
Technological changes have opened up new avenues for exploration in the model railroad hobby.
Technology, when you look at this little girl. I mean, this is an opportunity to take technology and unseeable things and combine it with seeable things. The chance to take a pad and communicate with a real physical world. And this has the chance to bring kids and the youth back into the scene. And one of the things that's going to happen, is happening in North America, is that trains are now the fastest growing form of transportation. They're again in people's lives. And now a kid has a chance to take a piece of technology and jump into the life and the fantasy.
It's really important to us at Lionel to bring on the next generation of model railroaders. And one of the ways we see to do that is I have a 12-year-old, and I'm sure anyone with a similar age kid knows that kids think that fun comes from a screen these days. And so we are working on integrating virtual control over a physical train layout with an iPad or an iPhone, wireless device to let people control a layout from a familiar interface.
Jeff Silk wanted lots of operation and animation, all wrapped around his family activities.
What I love about Mount Marlboro is there's something for everybody. It's got little pieces of railroading history from around the United States. It's got various pieces of California history. So one of the brilliant things about the Vargas brothers is they've been able to take stuff that's near and dear to my life and recreate it on the railroad. So for instance, my family spends a lot of time skiing at Sugar Bowl, which is in Lake Tahoe. And so my family and I spent time there taking pictures of various parts of the resort and taking pictures of their old famous lodge. And from the pictures, the Vargas brothers recreated an identical image of the resort and the lodge and our house and just the good feeling you get from being there. There's many great accessories here on the layout. And to me, I just like pushing the buttons on all of them and watching things move around and go in circles, and men will come out and wash a car, or the windmill will move around, or the golfer will be hitting the golf club, or I'll watch the roller coaster and the fair move around, and they all give me great enjoyment just to turn on the accessory and watch them go.
Both brothers feel that their work is about more than just building a model railroad.
It takes a lot of patience, but the most important thing is that they're satisfied and they're happy, and it was a great experience. And we, aside from the trains, we established great friendship with our clients. And that means actually sometimes more than actually doing the project.
Images of the past can certainly turn your dreams into reality. The final result is a work of art.